Pittsburgh. It's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 27, Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
It's a pickup at 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 36-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And some room to work. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down by
the impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way. We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Ronnie Harrison on the...
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
That's good.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator and what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and...
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll throw from the gun. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Kareem Hunt is running back, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And now look at this. Big game and a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Complete. Fumble on the play.
Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And on the stop there, Andrew Sendejo.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 39, Roethlisberger looking for his running back, and he's got him. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To Jalen Samuels. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The first quarter with the score Steelers 7, Browns.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At their 49-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield quickly into the hands of Beckham. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down.
Mayfield on 1st down. And incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Well, to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded in the end zone, and Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
It is a good time to be a Cleveland Browns fan. On a streak right now, winning 4 in a row. Last time Cleveland was 4-1, by the way, 1994. And the offense, they have scored at least 30 points in all 4 victories this last week, taking care of Indianapolis, CD. And also, the defense has forced a ton of turnovers this season as well, so they're doing it on both sides.
They certainly are. Miles Garrett, their star defensive end, you got the big contract. He is more than playing up to that right now. What a role he's been on. 6 sacks in the first 5 games. Second in sacks right now in the NFL. And even better, oftentimes it's not just a sack, but a strip sack. Takes the ball away from the other team. This Cleveland team, you better bring your game if you're going to deal with the Browns right now. 2 divisional road games coming up now. Real big test, week 6 when they visit Pittsburgh, and then it's on to Cincinnati.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. A gain of 6 there on first. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd and 4. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield with it once more, and that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
At their own 12-yard line.
Back out here comes Pittsburgh's offense, and they're fresh off a Week 5 win against their in-state rival Philadelphia, 38-29. It's the 6th time that they've played since the turn of the century, and they're even now. Each team has won 3 games since then, but Charles, really the story in this one was rookie Chase Claypool. How about 4 touchdowns against the Eagles, something that no Steelers player had done since 1968.
Yeah, this has been a really impressive start for this rookie out of Notre Dame. They got him in the 2nd round, and Brandon, as you've noticed over time, Pittsburgh tends to find their best receivers in the 2nd round, not necessarily the 1st round guy, or even later. It's been amazing how they've grabbed those guys and developed them. Claypool, 4 touchdowns against Philadelphia. Now Pittsburgh's 4-0 for the first time since 1979. And guess what? They finished in the Super Bowl every time they've started 4-0 since that time frame. So they're pretty excited about that, about the opportunity. I have one question for you before we talk about their schedule. Are you buying the nickname for Chase Claypool? From Canada, stature similar to Calvin Johnson's, who was Megatron. They're calling him Mapletron, coming from Canada. What do you think?
You know, I like it. It's catchy, yeah. If he keeps playing like this, we can roll with it.
Listen, I'm going to roll with it if he plays like this as well. They're home for Cleveland next week. That's 3 straight on the road. Big one at Tennessee. Another big one at Baltimore. Then they're at Dallas.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Connor, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Trying to hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Roethlisberger's pass, intended for Vance McDonald, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Boswell for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Mayfield. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there in this passing game. It just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They're going to run. Here's Connor. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Browns defense stands tall. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Nice grab there by Kareem Hunt. It's going to be fun to watch him expand his game here in 2020. Versatile in the passing game, can carry it on the ground as well. Remember, he only played about half the season in 2019, 37 catches and a touchdown during that time. He's going to find more snaps this year and really expand this offense.
At the Steelers' 29-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield, and his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins, and it's 3rd and 4.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now,
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Kaderl Hodge, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar, because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Samuels. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 39, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
4th down.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
That makes the score Steelers 28.
Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And
just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
There's a familiar sight. T.J. Watt with a sack. And remember last year? He was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, and he earned it because he's been the top 10.
And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Staying on the ground with Samuels. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. They'll look to run with Connor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Conner with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. For them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone, and Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns set to take over, and their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down, and he will find his man on the outside.
Complete.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
Steelers.
Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone, and Hilliard will elect to not return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They go play action. Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Jarvis Landry. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield going back to Landry. This time he's got him complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, in pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people. And oftentimes, you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle it.
They start the drive with Connor. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Don't do us like that.
You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Roethlisberger gonna throw it. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
At the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A 7-yard
And one of the whistles for a timeout.
And 3.
So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Three yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Now Roethlisberger looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Fighting to stay upright. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.